Greetings, Michigan Association of School Administrators. How are you? My name is Paul Artale. I am a speaker, trainer, author, and researcher based out of Swartz Creek, Michigan. And I want to thank Scott for making this introduction, for forwarding my information along to you. I believe I can add great value to your association. I would like to engage in a conversation about how I can help you out and how you can help me out. I like to work with organizations who want to increase employee engagement by understanding employee needs and leveraging their strengths. And that also goes for students. We all know when we understand students, we also understand how to help them and how to make them soar to new heights. The same goes for the staffs and the administrators in our organizations. I do a few things. I started out as a motivational speaker and I tell the story. My story, Hit Hard, talks about how I overcame physical challenges. You can see I have a Ninja Turtle hand here and a kind of a pincher over here. How I overcame my physical challenges to achieve my dream of playing college football. I was a defensive end at the University of Toronto. And that presentation goes through the must-have mindsets you need to break through barriers in your life to be successful. I know education is a high burnout profession. I was a former high school special education teacher myself before I became a college administrator of 15 years. I know what burnout is like. I've experienced it, and my PhD research is rooted in work-life balance and avoiding burnout. And I just wrote a book in October, and here comes a shameless plug, called The 2-Year-Old's Guide to Work-Life Balance. It talks about 9 simple work-life lessons we can use to better center our lives and bring greater harmony between our professional lives and our personal lives. And of course, I do programs on disability inclusion in the workplace, understanding disability as an identity, whether we're talking about how to better understand your students or even your staff. Hey, 1 in 4 Americans has a disability of some sort. We know that as EEOC claims go up, that disability counts for third on them. And also we know that disability is one of the more rapidly growing employee groups in the workplace as well. So it's important. Those are my 3 main presentations, and in addition to doing leadership training, and I don't want to get too much into this, but I just want to let you introduce you to myself, what I do. I'd love to have a conversation. What you're going to see at the tail end of this video is a couple quick clips of me speaking, and I would love to engage in conversation with you, whether it's about your annual conference, whatever trainings you might have, special events, whatever it is. Let's talk about how we can work together, because I believe in the work you do, and any way I can help, I'm going to be there. I'll talk to you later. Thank you for watching this video. My junior year of college, I was accepted to the Leadership Academy, and I was stoked because it was in Miami. Yeah, I thought Florida, turned out to be Ohio. I was excited. I was with the top 1% of the fraternity leadership, and it was going to be a great experience. Now, part of that experience was a ropes course. Raise your hand if you've ever done a ropes course, a challenge course. Yeah, a lot of us have done them. They're great bonding experiences, right? And the first part of the day went off really well. We did the balance beam, we did a little trust fall action, and then right before lunch, we had a very different kind of obstacle. In essence, it was very simple. You had 2 platforms about 5 feet away from each other, and in between the 2 platforms, there was a big brown rope. And the objective was really simple. All we had to do is all 20 of us had to stand on the first platform and use the rope to get all 20 of us over to the next platform. There was one problem. I don't like to do ropes. Me and ropes have not had a very friendly relationship ever since gym class. And in that moment, I let the fear overtake me. And I did something I normally don't do. Played the disability card. My brothers, I would love to take part in this activity, but you see, I got this disability and I'm going to just sit it out, but that's okay. I'm going to cheer you on, and it's almost lunchtime and I heard they're serving ribs, so let's get with it. Met with silence. Until finally one of my brothers, a Texan, who we called T-Bone, stepped out. Artale, you're going to swing on that darn rope, and you're right, it is lunch, and they're serving ribs. Let's get to it. And over the next few minutes, my brothers and I tried to find a way for me to swing on that rope. And finally, we had the most brilliant idea ever. We got a big log out of the woods. We tied it to the bottom of the rope, and T-Bone said, Artale, sit on that thing. And so I sat on that rope, and I prayed to God it would hold me. And in a moment, I took a deep breath,
and swung over. And at 21 years of age, first time I ever swung on a rope. Now, it was a cool moment, and it totally changed my perspective on life and possibilities and pushing my comfort zone. And that's the leadership lesson I want you to think about in this room. Because after I could swing on that rope, everything became possible. I no longer had excuses to not go after a dream or let an obstacle or a fear keep me from moving forward. We as managers and leaders in higher education in this room are like that day on the challenge course. You see, at some point, several points, we are going to be that scared, disabled guy on the platform trying to find an excuse not to move forward in something we know is right. And as managers, we're often also on the outside watching someone struggle, watching someone come up with the excuses. And my challenge to you is, are you going to work with them? Are you going to try and elevate them? Or are you going to sit back and watch them suffer? You see, this isn't just about personal development. I speak about work-life balance in our profession, a profession that sees 40 to 60% of its staff turn over in 5 years. A profession that accepts the notion that being overworked and underpaid is something that just comes with the job. And in that struggle, we have voices that come out that want to change things, that want to make things better for the staff so that we can better serve the students. How will you push your comfort zone? What will you do to get our campuses to the next level? Because when we push those comfort zones, when we do what we know is right, we create a better campus, we create a better culture, and by doing that, we best serve the students.